A Radio 1 station.
Yo, what the world needs is more love today, and that's the only way attitudes will change. We need love, and yo, that's a fact. Send a little love out and you get it right back.
Welcome. You're listening to Patrick Henderson's Meet the People, coming to you live from Radio 1's Spirit 1400 here in Baltimore. My hosts today are Desi Alexander, Wayne Amon Ra, and Charles Waters. We just got one thing we want to tell you.
We're gonna need more love before. We sure need it now. We need it now. If we ever need it, more love before. We sure need it now. We need it now. Brothers killing brothers, people living in the street. Little babies crying 'cause they didn't have enough to eat. We need it now. We need it now. We need it now. We need it. We gotta need it.
Welcome on this hot day here in the city of Baltimore. Welcome to Patrick Henderson's Meet the People. We hope you're enjoying this day, although it might be miserable if you don't have any air conditioning. But listen, please drink a lot of water and find a place to stay cool, and don't move about and don't fan too hard because you'll work up a sweat doing that. But find a way to be comfortable and stay cool, y'all. It's 110 degrees out there, so you really need to be careful. We're excited about today's show and excited about you joining us. Wayne Amon Ra, how are you today, my co-host?
What's cracking, y'all?
And my co-host, Desi Alexander.
I almost forgot to put deodorant on this morning.
Oh, Lord, we're so glad you did.
Right.
You thought about it. And also, Brother Charles Water. Charles, how are you today?
Still waking up.
Still waking up. Well, we won't go into that and last night's proclivities and shortcomings and whatever they were. But we're excited about today. Our nation is in a state of near flux. This week has been a week unlike any week probably since Barack Obama said that there's a certain faction within the Americas that resort to guns and their Bibles and God when they feel threatened. Well, this week we had an explosion to happen. A lady by the name of Shirley Sherrod, who was giving a speech at the NAACP, and the Tea Party's, this guy Breitbart, edited a version of her speech and put it on Fox News, and it purported to say that she was discriminating against white people. She worked in the agriculture department, and she was doing loans and that sort of thing and helping people to save their farms. Well, Breitbart and the people on Fox News put it out there that she was discriminating against black people. As it turns out, they only played the first portion of the speech, and the second half of the speech where she says that as she was sitting there thinking about this white gentleman who was acting superior to her, that poverty doesn't have a color. Poverty is colorless. And she sat there and she realized she had to help that man, although she remembered all the black farmers that had lost their property and nobody helped them, and nobody ran to their rescue. But she didn't do that. She did the right thing. So consequently, the NAACP fired off a letter saying that she was wrong and she was this terrible person. President Obama's head of the agriculture department fired her. She lost her job because of it. Nobody bothered to go and look at the speech. And now, I love the NAACP, and then finally they're starting to wake up. They had the speech right there in their possession the whole time. All they had to do was go and look at it before they said anything. Yep. So everybody was just willing to jump the gun and incriminate this woman. And she lost her job. They fired her. But all that has changed. Wayne, what do you think about all this?
Well, me personally, I think it was just a Tea Party scandal. You know what I mean? They had so much bad rep in the past couple months, and they was looking for somebody to point the finger at. Somebody to say, well, they doing the same stuff we doing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, it kind of backfired.
Yep, big time.
Because, they fired the lady, then rehired her. And
no, she didn't. They trying to rehire her. Yeah. She hadn't accepted the job.
Oh, she didn't accept it?
No, she didn't accept it. And they're saying now, and I think she should think about it twice, too. What she has done is monumental. Mm-hmm. She could probably make a great living at this point by just going around giving speeches and talking about what the reconciliation in her heart.
Like being an example.
Being an example of what it means to be. Wait a minute, y'all. Did y'all know her father was shot by the Ku Klux Klan?
Wow. No,
Her
really.
dad and the guy got off who shot her father,
Oh.
and he was a member of the Ku Klux Klan. So I mean, she's really something. Because
Yeah.
most of us, if the Ku Klux Klan had shot anybody in our family, we would be so angry. And this happened years ago. And here she is, forgiving in her heart. That's the reason I don't care what nobody say. Black people are not angry at white people. Y'all can just say whatever y'all want to say, whatever y'all want to be. Because if we were angry, if we were really angry, it would be a lot more going on than is going on.
Yeah.
We know this is America. We love America. We haven't been treated right all of the time, but this is still the greatest place on the face of the earth. So if we were really mad like the Tea Party, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to create this thing where they mad at the white people for the way they treated us, so then they'll figure out they got a reason to pull their guns out and start killing us. See, this is the same thing that Hitler did. And a lot of people are not paying attention. A lot of black people are not paying attention to this. But what Hitler did was slowly build a consensus against the Jews. They were this and they were that, and got to the point that the Jews had to walk around with a star on their backs so people would know who were the Jews, because they looked just like the Germans.
Right.
But he found a way, and it's easy for them to discriminate. Oh, you know what, Lemitra, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
How are you, sweetheart? I didn't
I'm
forget
great.
you. We're happy that you're joining us today. Lemitra Henderson Parker, they're in Dallas, also one of our co-hosts. This is just an incredible subject. The lines are open, you all, 410-481-1400. 410-481-1400. Charles, have you ever been discriminated against? You're 18 years old.
Yeah, I've been discriminated against. I was on the swim team, and there was a couple of white swimmers on my team, and they used to always say, "Well, you too wide, you too thick, you can't swim as fast as me because I'm slim, I'm agile in the water than you are because the way I am or whatever." And he's just saying that white people swim better than the black people. Anyway, look at Michael Phelps.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, Michael Phelps in Baltimore, he do, like, you know.
But wait a minute. But the funny thing about that is that the last Olympics, a black guy came in second,
Right.
next to Michael Phelps. But y'all remember Jimmy the Greek when he says, "Oh, blacks don't do well in swimming because they don't have buoyancy." And he got fired. That was
I
the
remember
end
it.
of his career. Y'all remember that?
I remember
So
that.
all these stereotypes and stuff that people are putting out, they just don't make any sense. And time will prove them wrong. We just got to get interested in it. And I think the only thing that we're not really the masters of right now is hockey and what?
Soccer.
And
Basketball.
And
Yeah,
soccer.
basketball,
Yeah, basketball. We are the captains
Right,
of that. Nobody plays basketball better than us.
Right.
I'm talking
No.
about the small balls.
I mean, personally, I think it was
Golf.
It's more determination. Just when you tell us we can't do something or we not good at something,
Because we're hard.
you know what I mean? We go hard at it. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times, sports, I don't think it really matters what your nationality is,
Right.
which would make you a better or worse player. You know what I mean? I think that's just all stereotypes.
I think it is too. I think the people that take their time and devote their lives to it are the ones that succeed in it. But we're number one in golf too. So I'm trying to think: is hockey and what other sport are we not? Anyway, I can't think of it. Callers, call in 410-481-1400.
I think our exposure has a lot to do with it also.
Of course, it has everything to do with it. Those Williams girls, their father put
Tennis.
those tennis rackets in there when they were little girls. What's his name? Golf guy.
Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods' father put a golf club in his crib. So if there's a little kid in my church we call football, and he walks around everywhere with a football, no matter where he is. So it's dedication. It has nothing to do with color.
Consistency.
No.
You
It's
know what I mean?
consistency and persistency. You're absolutely right.
Because it's crazy, but it was a couple. It was two guys from my neighborhood. They were brothers, and one of them was good in sports, and one of them was like more the street guy, and you know what I mean. And the way that their parents were on them was like he was the bad kid and he was the good kid. So they came up thinking that all the time. You know what I mean? When the younger brother ended up going to school, and he said he didn't realize how smart he was because he always looked at himself as being the stupid kid.
That's because the way the family did. Well, that's one of our topics of discussion today, Wayne. Thank you for the great lead in. Do parents treat some children different than they do of their other children? Michael Dyson, y'all know Michael Dyson, the author, the great author, the professor at Georgetown University. He grew up, I believe it was in Detroit. And he said it. He said his family treated him different because he was the one with the light complexion and the curly hair. He was expected to do things while his other brother, who is in prison now, wasn't expected to do anything, and it's like he walked into the legacy that his family has started for him. Do you, as parents, treat one child different than you treat the other? Let's be honest about this. Do you do it? If you do it, you need to stop. It is a terrible, terrible thing. It scars a child for life. They didn't come here. They are who they are, and you got to look at them and see who they are and help to nurture them.